Normally here in Lost in America, we profile off the beaten path historical sites, unique factoids. Well, today we're doing something a little bit different. We're just getting lost. America is a melting pot, but it's also a tapestry made up of countless threads, each a story. Well, on this show, we're searching for some of the lost and forgotten myths and legends that make up the fabric of this country. I'm Garrett Coon, and I'm lost in America. Technically, we're not lost. Technically, we know that we're along the shores of Lake Quinault in the Olympic National Rain Forest. But honestly, we don't really know what we're gonna be finding here. As it turns out that along every trail, there are incredible sights to behold. It's one ring for every year of growth. This is over 230 years old this tree was. That's old, older than the United States. And it's a youngling in comparison to a lot of its neighbors here. A lot of them are over 500. They were saplings before Christopher Columbus even touched down on this continent. It puts things into perspective. Now you may be wondering why there are so many felled trees in this area. Even in national forests, clearing has to be done for the sake of safety. So it may have been the case that there was some type of bark rot, infestation in the area, or just for varieties of reasons due to erosion. These may have become structurally unstable. Nonetheless, even in death, we can still take lots of lessons. These are the kinds of wonders you only find in old growth coniferous forests like you find here in the Quinault Rain Forest. This is new life, this old tree growing out of even older life, a dead tree that over the course of centuries pulled all of the resources out of this soil that gave this bearded old guy the resources it needed to spring up and be all magnificent for us here today. Only in the unique environments that you find in rainforests like this can you find absolute giants like that. It's hard not to see why spectacles like this bring people out, even during the craziest of times, to marvel at what Mother Nature is capable of. Moss is only growing on the one side based on the direction that most of the moisture is coming from in this valley. She's an absolute giant. So this gig is all about finding myself off the beaten path in order to rediscover lost history most of the time. Sometimes it's just all about being selfish and coming to an absolutely spectacularly beautiful place and riffing on what is historically unique about it. And there is plenty that is historically unique about this place, but can you blame me for just wanting to hang out? I have a sense that we might not really be able to properly capture the scale of this place with our cameras. I'm 6'5". I'm a big guy, tall person. My friend here, this giant Sitka spruce, is 150 feet tall. It's average in comparison to a lot of its neighbors. It's as tall as the Statue of Liberty, and probably twice as old. The name of the game, Rainforest, kind of gives away the whole mystery, but more of it falls here than anywhere in the world. Up to 150 inches of rain a year, which is what supports one of the most rich, lush, biologically diverse ecosystems anywhere in the world. You can tell that we're actually here during the dry season, as this entire hillside would just be one cascading waterfall after even a simple shower. Quinault River that you see behind me is one of the main waterways on the Olympic Peninsula. It makes the whole ecosystem work. Water in the form of condensation coming in off the Pacific smacks up against these mountains and dumps huge, gargantuan amounts of rain, which lets the trees get gargantuan. Gargantuan trees create a rainforest canopy type environment where they're blocking some of the rain getting down to the forest floor, but still letting light in. Creates an environment you can't find anywhere else in the world. The type of environment that used to be what you'd find all the way from California up into Alaska. Now just a remnant of the primordial past. Except in places like this. Slip off the beaten path on the Western Washington Peninsula and get lost, not just in America, but pre-America. These forests are primeval. They predate civilization. Some of these trees are as much as 1,000 or 2,000 years old. These mosses, these woods. This is what the backdrop of folklore like stories of Bigfoot are made of. Can you picture it? Something twice as tall as me, bounding through the woods, all mossy and hairy. I kinda can. How easy would it be for your eyes to mistake that little black clump of moss as predator? Guys can play tricks on you in these deep woods. So for me, Sasquatch is complete what if. Probably not going to exist, of course. Highly unlikely that it exists. But makes you wonder why every single native race had a word for some sort of primordial, hairy man of the woods. Makes you wonder, what if? What if Sasquatch is just so clever and so in tune with his environment that he's just able to sit down and disappear? For Lost in America, I am Garrett Coon. Thank you so very much for joining us out here in the Olympic National Forest. Let me encourage you all, get out, go find some adventure and get lost, people.